Hi guys, it's reaction time. We've got Streetlight and Captured in the Night. So, man, I mean, I've got to say, I have actually heard the album now. I got sent it as soon as this single got released, actually, a few days ago. But I kept this one for the final reaction. So I won't be doing any more reactions for the album, but I will be doing an album review shortly. And let me tell you, man, this album, Night Vision, is one hell of a ride. It is brilliant. It's just as good as that debut. I haven't spent enough time with it yet to find out if it's better than the debut, but with repeated listens, man, I just love the album. It's absolutely amazing. There's so many, different feels and emotions to it. It's very AOR, but it's a tiny little bit proggy, like almost 70s proggy at times. Everything's just super catchy. It's one amazing album. If you love the first Streetlight album, you're going to love the second one. Simple as that. But we're on to almost like the last song I'm going to listen to on the album, so that I finally cap the whole album's listening for me. I heard a lot of good things also about this song. I think Ralph recommended it, being one of them. There's a few people actually. I can't wait to hear it because I just think they're one of the best bands, definitely for Frontiers, one of the best bands they've got on the label. One of the best bands in that scene, the AOR scene for sure. They really, well, AOR, sorry, where AOR is so prevalent now. There's so many bands. This band, Streetlight, really are ahead of the game. They really are one notch above, or a few notches above. So, Captured in the Night by Streetlight. Here we go, guys. Oh, man, what a song. This is just Streetlight. This is Streetlight. The guitars are up a little bit more than some of the album on this song. There's some albums that are just pure, AOR. I suppose this has got a bit of a more melodic rock edge to it, I suppose. But it's just pure Streetlight. This guy's vocals, I mean, I'll probably go in more depth in my review, but he almost gives me a sort of a tone, a little bit, sometimes really reminds me of Brad Delp. Brad Delp, of course, sadly passed away, Boston. I'm not saying he's exactly like Brad Delp. Brad Delp is literally one of the best singers of all time. This guy is amazing. I'm talking about tone and stuff like that, and the way he, you know, the way he sings his lyrics almost gives me that, reminds me of him sometimes. I love this guy's vocals. The production, man, it's one thing I will talk about again extensively in the review, but it's so punchy. I mean, when you hear that guitar right up in the mix here, they are, you know, more of an AOR band. Sometimes they really crunch with the guitars. The chorus is massive on this song. It's just huge, man. Super sweet backing vocals, just what you expect from this band. It's amazing. It's a proper single as well. I mean, you can see, you know, if I'm looking at the album as a whole, you can feel why this is a single. It's very dynamic, very catchy, could appeal to a lot of people, you know, into the harder edge sort of melodic rock and AOR as well. So, you know, they are just one amazing band. Really exciting, and that I don't get excited much. You know, there's a few bands I get excited with this sort of AOR melodic rock. I'm getting more and more picky as I get older because I'm listening to more music, so certain music stands out more than others. And you know what, man, I'm a bit gutted about how I didn't really cover the first album. It made it into my top albums of the year, but I was a latecomer to that album for sure, and I was a bit gutted about that. And I'm glad I've got to cover this one from the beginning. They really deserve the accolades. They're one of the best bands around for sure. It's so exciting to listen to. This almost has, yeah, it feels of so many bands, like, you know, but they are so fresh. That's what I love about this band. They obviously hark back to some great bands that we know, and the great decade of the 80s and maybe late 70s as well for me, especially when they hit their more proggy elements. But, you know, the likes of, you know, they've mentioned some bands in there, you know, who they actually are influenced by. Journey being one of them. I think Kansas are in there. You know, I can hear some Toto, I can hear a little bit of Boston sometimes in some of their songs. They're an amazing mix, but they sound so in the now as well. They're such a fresh sounding band. Oh, man, for sure, the album, I'll be shocked if there's 20 more albums that are as good as the new album. Maybe even 10. It's that good. It's that good. Let's listen to the rest, guys. Here we go. Just superb, just from beginning to end, everything about it. I love the the groove to that song. I didn't even mention the groove it's got in that riff. Da 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 da. It's just got the groove in that song is amazing. The solo was outstanding. I love the way that I had a couple of little twin lead bits coming in, sort of joining in on that solo. Amazing guitarist as well. The band are just superb, every single one of them. And the reason why this and every song they write is so good, or every song you hear from them is so good, it's the songwriting. Every single time, it's just like extra care. It seems like there's extra care taken in to make sure they write the best songs possible that will stick with you in years to come. That's how it feels to me, and that's how I gauge my favourite albums. If some of them are very throwaway, there's a lot of music that's throwaway these days. These guys are the opposite of that. They really are. They make me want to listen and listen and listen and listen. Amazing. Captured in the Night by Streetlight. Album review coming very soon, guys. Let me know what you think of that new single in the comments below, and I'll see you soon.